Yes, he said I don't know the safety car rules. That's where we need to practice it. I was gonna say pop up this race is 13 laps. I think it was 25-30 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer. If I do that, we're going to have to back up the pro race, because then it's going to overrun an hour with qualifying and intermission time. Drags it out a little bit. I would say for this race, we're just going to stick to the settings we've been using. Get some practice in for the next week or two on safety car rules. Make sure everybody knows what's happening. And then start using the safety car on the final race of the season at Red Bull. No, not Red Bull. Dragon Trail. Dragon Trail settings I have set up for an endurance time, not a number of laps. Alright. I need to start my stream. I think we'll end up getting confused. Save. Okay, I think everything is finally working this time. Didn't want to go live. Seems like we're good to go. Yeah. But I have my alternate YouTube account and it appears to be working, so I'm going to reset the lobby back to the regular settings, and then we're going to start qualifying. And speaking of qualifying, driving the safety car, you're going to have to qualify. Otherwise you won't be in the race. Yeah. We need to get the... we could do that. No flashing lights. Can make up a livery that makes it stand out looking like a safety car. Make it look like an ambulance. Alright, so we need to get all the pros out. Alright. Who was it? Someone said they were going to open a practice lobby during the amateur race. Yeah. Yeah, so if the pros want to go practice, they can go over to Nielsen's lobby and practice over there. Of course, it looks like, yeah. You can mute the other players, but I know it picks up some of the sound through my earpiece to the microphone.
So I muted myself. I'll mute myself in the party. I just don't know. I'll have to check the live stream because as soon as I mute the party, it throws my headset in mute.
Yeah. And Laser says it's the 458 challenge. Best car. Yeah. Which is what I'm doing right now, and it gets a little confusing because they can't hear what you're saying. Well, my Karen bot isn't working again, so it's hard for me to look down and read the chat while driving. Looks like Deep came in P1, Igor came in P2, she was fast this morning. I came in P3, and we got Potato in here, Remy's here. Morning, everybody. Okay, so Seb is in. There he goes. Do we have any other amateurs? And all the pros are out, I believe, so we should be good to go. And I'm entered, and I am streaming right now, so good morning, everybody. We're going to get off the track, because that's the wrong button. And we're going to get qualifying going. There we go. That's the right button. Is it raining? Are we qualifying in the rain? Do I have wet tires? This is probably going to be bad. I think I'm on soft tires, and it's downpouring. Yep, I'm on soft tires, and we got a wet track. I'm gonna have to get around one time and immediately go to the pit, have an outlap, change my tires, have another outlap. turned my traction control to max. It's gonna help. Do I have a stack of cars behind me? I might just let everybody pass since I can't make these corners. A couple more guys go past, so I won't slow them down. Track is dry. Nope, there's more rain. Gotta figure out if I need to take intermediate tires or wet tires. Probably intermediate. Ooh. Getting a little wide. Oh, that's a big braking zone. I haven't wrecked off track yet. Oh, I overshot. I gotta get into the pit. Nope. Oh wow, this is a long pit stop. I'm not gonna have time to actually put in a lap. Deep, if you noticed, I do have your new livery on. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Ooh, maybe I should have gone for the full wets. This is going to be the final lap, so yep, I'm not going to get a good qualifying time at all. My first lap on softs was better than this lap. Sorry I'm being quiet, everybody. I'm trying to not wreck the car. Don't know what gear I'm in. Time remaining 240, so yep. Not gonna get that second lap in. Couldn't be as bad as mine. I had to go into the pit. Yeah, that was a pit lap. I had no chance of setting a lap. Well, there you have it. Not like I wasn't going to end up in the back anyways. So, this time, let's go over here to this weather radar. Double check before the race starts. Put the right tires on. There was a lot of wet track. So there is more rain coming. Give everybody a warning shot. Got some intermediates on. We're going to start on those. See how well this could be. Laser, you're in here. Okay, so we're good to go. And here we go. Oh, we are so gonna crash and burn on this one. Yes. So there we are on the back, starting in P8. Oh yeah, we gotta do this part too. Couple of false start penalties. Looks like Remy got a false start. Seb may have had a false start. Whoa. That's my bad. Sorry, neighbor. That's definitely going to be a penalty for me for making contact with another car like that bad. I'm going to back out. You can have it. Alright, so we're looking good for intermediate tires. Track's half wet. Where's that weather? There it is. We're gonna try and do some safe, smart driving. The biggest goal is to keep all the tires on the track. We got more rain coming in. Quite a bit more rain. Can I get a run on Forza? Maybe? No, not good enough. Come on, Ferrari speed. I don't know if he's going to let off for this corner. No, and then I go off track. Perfect. Ooh. Made the pass, and then lost it right back. Went too wide coming out of the chicane. Oh, Forza slips in front of me. Oh, no. Well, I avoided contact with the wall. Forza got a little loose coming out of the corner one, so I was trying to pull in to avoid him, and I got myself loose. Need these tires to grip in this heavy rain that we got coming. This is not going to be good. Need to keep the car on the track and hopefully regain some time. About the only way I'm going to regain any time is other people slipping off. Oh, I should have went with wet tires. Gotta let off. Oh no. That is a lot of rain. Oh, I'm off again. Got back on pretty well. Barely holding this together. What do we got? 13 seconds to catch back up to Forza. It's a tall order. Looking over at the weather radar, it does look like the skies might clear up here in a little bit. That's going to be very helpful. Whoa, sliding off the track again. Yellow flag in front of me. Somebody must have went off. Oh, and now I'm off. It's potato. Oh, it's so difficult. Of course, you can't have Spa without a bit of rain. Looks like we got the rain stopping. Track's going to start drying out. That's definitely going to be to my advantage. Hopefully stay better on the track, get a little faster. Of course, those other guys are going to get faster. Get better at staying on the track. Getting a little bit drier. That's definitely starting to help me. Almost 9 seconds behind. Gotta catch back up to Potato. Not gonna risk it there. Very tight chicane. I lived. Caught up a little bit there. Best lap so far, which isn't saying much. Oh, that's so tricky. I may have gone off there. No penalty. Please, no penalty. I think I made it. Much better now that my car's actually finding some grip. Terrible at this corner. Still trying to figure this one out. Yep. Not like that. Just when I start catching up. Oh no, not again. That wasn't so bad. Wasn't good. Really need to get this whole Karen situation figured out. It'd be really nice to actually keep up with the chat. Always seems to work for Phil. Looks like Seb is taking an early pit. He's on the wets. Is he going to switch to intermediates or maybe go for softs? He's getting some gas now, which means he's coming back out on wets. Oh, hang on. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. Whoa. My wife babysits, and those kids just showed up, so the dogs were barking at them. Sounds like somebody's off the track. Do I have a chance at not finishing him last? Oh, looking at the mini-map, probably not. Ooh, getting too wide, way too wide. Yeah, I'm the greatest. I'm sure this is no big deal. Fortunately, my daily races go much better. Yep, Forza is coming into the pit now. He's on wet tires. Let's see what he slaps on. Starting to lose grip on my intermediate tires. Whoa, and I go way off. So I get for playing around with other stuff while I'm trying to drive. I still have 3 laps of gas. Get out of that gear. Back on the road. That was terrible. I went off. My tires are losing grip. Oh, I'll save that one there after going off again. It was in the wrong gear, didn't slow down enough. Alright, after the penalty, we need a pit stop. Should we go in or stay out? We're not. I guess we're going into the pit. We're gonna have to risk it. Hopefully I won't need one more pit stop. Demon Gaming just came in. Let's see if I can catch up with the chat real quick. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big gamble on this one. But using the wet tires, I've spun off several times, so I really can't do any worse using the soft tires, I don't think. We're about to find out. I'm just going to go ahead and get the full tank. Yeah, pit exit is a little risky. We're going with it. Alright, 47 seconds behind. My biggest hope is that somebody's going to have to pit again. That was a tough one. Had to really focus on that. I have practiced hard tires in the rain before to get practice for this sort of thing. And it seems to be helping out a little bit. Oh, I'm going to have the worst lap times. Still saving it. Come on, soft tires. Keep me on the track. Gotta watch those curbs, they're extra wet. Oh, gas too early. Oh no. Yep, soft tires did not work. This race is just getting ridiculous. Where am I on fuel? Oh. Gonna switch to 6 on my fuel map. That will help me be more stable. Won't help me keep my eyes on the road though. If it starts raining again, I'm really going to be in trouble. I'll have to get another pit stop. That sounds like there's a whole bunch of shenanigans going on way out in front of me. Uh-oh. Yeah. Need to get back to the weather radar and make sure that I'm not about to get rained on. If it starts raining and I need to take another pit, I'm definitely going to finish way in the back. But I'm really hoping that these guys pitting now gives me an advantage using the soft tires, but not so much when I'm spinning out on track. Like that. No! Oh. Oh. I'm gonna pause it and let this straighten out my car. I'm all over the place. It's too wet off the track. No more rain coming. I can't right now.
Okay.
Sorry. I can let you know when I'm done.
You're playing your car game?
Yep. We're racing. And we're wrecking. Didn't spin out there, that's a good sign. Wow, I'm way behind. I'm gonna get lapped. Oh. So Seb is in the pit. Got our fastest lap time so far through the first section. Track is getting mostly dry at this point. Gotta watch out for the wet curbs. Stay on the dry line. It's been one tough race. Got too wide. Stay on the dry. Looks like we got a little bit more rain coming in. It's not going to be good for me. But it doesn't look like too much. It shouldn't be a problem. And there's our rain. Not too bad. Should be able to hold on to it. Not going to be able to get through this corner without lifting. Been practicing in the dry. Getting through there without lifting is starting to get better. And a little bit more rain. Miss a shift. That's never good. Hey to everybody in chat. Sorry I'm not keeping up because my Karen bot is not talking to me. Don't spin out. We need to get our fuel, or more than enough fuel. Whoa, we're going off. We're going off. We're not going off. We saved it. Laser with a 225 in the wet. Racing at Spa in the rain definitely wasn't a good idea for me. I did not survive, but I kind of knew I wouldn't. Next week, racing at Nürburgring, I'm definitely not going to survive. A little out there. Starting to come up on the end of the race. I'm over a minute behind, so there's no way I'm going to catch up to Forza. But I'm starting to get my fastest lap times. Managed to keep mostly on track. I think I only had one penalty so far. Finally getting through the chicane without too much trouble. 2:30, terrible lap. But my best so far. A little bit more than 5 seconds off the pace. Whoa. Uh-oh, and looks like neighbors spun out again, and of course I had to say it, so I get another penalty. It might be my second or third. Getting a little better. It's very tough getting around this track without wiping myself out. Coming up on 2 laps to go. The suffering for me is almost over. Oh, getting loose again. This is a great way to practice saving it. Yeah. Oh. Coming through that corner, the force field back on my wheel just gets real loose. Just sliding through that water. Sounds like Millie went off 2. Not a good run through the chicane. And a little bit faster than my last lap. Oh, and I'm going to go too wide through turn 1 again. Oh. Again. Got a blue flag, which means somebody's coming up on me. I need to get my radar on. I didn't brake enough, so I'm going to go off track. Make sure I don't wreck Laser, being P1 and me being terrible as the rain starts to come back in. That is not good for me. Good thing I'm 1 lap down, I won't have to worry about doing the last lap. Oh. I think I only went off track about 30-ish times. And we got more rain coming in. Thank you, Laserdem, for putting me a lap down and saving the pain of 1 more lap. We got a yellow flag. Laser is... No, don't put me... Okay. I was going to say, don't put me back on the lead lap. I don't want to go 1 more. Oh, that was painful. Oh, so we have Laser in first. Good job, Laser. I'm going to have to look at the season standings and see where everybody's going to line up. Seb in second. Millie takes a P3. Those three guys might be getting promoted to Pro League for Season 2. And then Remy in fourth. Potato gets the P5. Forza coming across the line. P6. We got Neighbor in seventh, and I did not get my hashtag not last race. I am completely last. Ooh, what a tough one. Jim's saying that his power went out on him. That's why he disappeared. Had to restart his stream from the sounds of it. Damon, Remy, Luis, how's it going? Thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching my terrible, terrible driving and my lack of strategy. Oh, and my dog tooting away behind me. My dog did get to have her surgery just the other day, and she is still doing pretty good, so we need to save that replay. And we need to warn everybody. We found out last week in an incident with Nielsen that his replay actually showed something different than my replay. So if anybody wants to save their replays just in case, I guess not all replays are created equal. Clearly mine doesn't. My driving definitely does not come first. Alright. I'm going to take a stretch my legs break real quick while we allow the pro drivers to get in. We might need the amateur racers to back out and make some room. Let's see, we got Thor, we got Rocco, Seb will need to back out. I guess if there is space, Seb could run the pro race even though he won't be entered into the standings of it. As long as he doesn't, that might not be a good idea because there might cause an extra wreck. So, we're going to say, alright, Millie and Seb. Race. Alright, send that message real quick. I'm going to take me a quick break. Drop my headset on the floor. I gotta let my dogs out and walk around a bit. I shall be right back. Sorry about that, everybody. I have returned. And technically we still got like 4 minutes before the race is supposed to start, so we'll let everybody get in a few more practice laps. We got Crispy in the camel car. Got Dano driving the BMW. Let's get our race info on. There we go. Who else do we have out here? Got Rocco with the Valvoline. What is it? Is it the GTR? I don't recognize all the cars. It does look like a GTR. Jim driving my Ferrari, but much better than I do. Shows me the P7. I'm still entered in. I should not be entered. So we're going to click that button real quick. There we go. That is not what I want to do. That is what I want to do. We're back to Ronin. Does he have... Is that an NSX? Looking good through there. Much faster than me. Just gotta turn this back on. Wish I would just leave that on. Dano currently holding a pace of 3rd. Thor holding 2nd. Coming up behind Dano. As soon as these guys finish a lap around, then we will get it going. What do we got way back here? Jim. So as soon as Jim finishes his lap, then we will get qualifying going. Well, and it's a roll of the dice, whether you want to use the wets or the intermediates. My tire strategy didn't pay off. Looking at the weather radar, had quite a bit of rain coming up on the current time. It looks like there's a little bit of rain, probably going to miss, so the track is going to be probably drying out to begin with. Alright, let's go back and make sure Jim's getting his last lap. And then we're going to get qualifying going. Jim currently in 2nd place in the league. Let's see if he has a chance of catching Crispy this time. Being invited to a party, but I'm already in one. Jim coming up. Jim is coming up on the chicane. He's going to complete his final lap here right before we get qualifying going. He's going to come across the line with 27.1 in the net. So now we're going to go ahead and fire up the qualifying. So good luck to everybody. Phone is being terrible. Sorry about that. Had to answer a message real quick. So let's see who is qualifying. Of course, everybody out on their outlap first. Always recommend taking it easy on the outlap. Let's see who takes it easy and who just goes for gold. 7 drivers qualifying. Alright, get that back on, get that back off. Alright, we are a look at Crispy. Right now the positions don't really matter until that first lap is complete. Rocco way up in the front. He's going to be the first one to start his qualifying lap. He's got plenty of room on the track. As the rain looks to be falling down, hopefully everybody's got a good set of tires. Rocco is getting a little loose there, sliding around on the track, coming up on the chicane right before the start line. About to set his, see, from the looks of it, we're only going to get one qualifying lap for everybody. Rocco begins his first lap. Dano is coming around to begin his first, followed by Jim, and then Crispy, and then Thor. All of those drivers are kind of close to each other, so hopefully they don't ruin everybody or ruin each other's lap time. Nielsen and Ronan trailing a little bit back, making sure they got plenty of space on track. Watch this little bit of a pack here in the middle. Looks like we're getting a lot of rain during qualifying. Looks like Rocco is definitely getting loose. Might not be on the right tires for this one. Still looks like he's maintaining a pretty big gap. So he doesn't seem to be going slow. Oh, looks like Jim may have served a penalty. Crispy is trying to get around him. Oh, and both of them get a little wobble coming out of that corner. Crispy overtakes Jim. And he's getting loose again. Such a challenge driving in the wet, even with the right tires. Still hard to hold on to it. Rocco is coming around up to the chicane. Looking pretty good through there. Gotta let my dogs back inside. Spinning a little bit, coming out of the chicane. Rocco is going to be the first to cross the line. Come on, doggy. everybody coming across the line, setting their final laps. Look out, dog. Oh. Let's see where we are lined up. Looks like we have Crispy in P1, Ronan with P2, Rocco in P3, Nielsen takes 4th, Thor in 5th, Jim is in 6th, Dano is in 7th, and me and Remy are not racing. Take a quick peek at the weather radar. Yep, I'm letting that roll through for a few minutes before we start. Yeah, it looks like we got more rain coming. So we'll send out a warning shot. So everybody's going to have a shot at starting either on wet tires or the intermediates. See if the rain lets off or not. It's always a gamble. It's either wet or wet. Alright, looks like we're all ready to go, so we got our 7 drivers entered in. Let the race begin. Good luck to everybody. Race long and prosper. Get to spectate mode. This turned on for you. We're going to have the drag race to start off the race. I always like these false start checks. Make sure everybody's awake when the race starts. And green flag. It's like Dano may have gotten a little bit of a slow start. Nielsen is trying to get a run to the outside on Ronan. They go 3 wide through turn 1. Looks like Nielsen got 2 wide and may get himself a penalty. Crispy takes the early lead, sticking it out in the front. And Jim, trying to catch Crispy in the points in the season, is catching back up. The battle for 1 and 2 on track is the same as the standings. Dropping back through the pack a little bit. Jim is in 2nd. Definitely wants to try and get past Crispy. He needs that win. Does he have the speed? Looks like Rocco did pick himself up a half-second penalty. That's a great shot coming around that corner. And Rocco looks like he is getting a little bit loose yet. Trying to make a move on Ronan, but not getting the grip that he needs. Rocco definitely pushing up on Ronan's bumper. Gonna try and make a move here. Looks to the inside, but can't find anything. Coming up on the penalty line for him, he's going to have to slow down, so that's going to drop him back at least 1 position. It looks like the rain is coming in. Doesn't look like I have access to the weather radar in this view though. We just have to keep our eyes on the clouds. Through the first chicane, Crispy gets a little loose. Jim sticks right with him. The rest of the group coming through pretty clean. Looks like Rocco may have spun his tires a little bit. Of course, here comes Thor, always fast. Coming through turn 1, Ronan gets a bit wide, stays in bounds. The rest of the pack climbing the hill up through Eau Rouge. Looking pretty clean through there. Nothing like my driving. Looks like we got a little bit of action in the back between Dano and Nielsen. Dano looking for an opening. Does he have a move for him here? Sitting back a little bit. Probably planning it out. So, lots of rain. Rocco losing a little bit of pace. His car's been getting swirly in the wet, and there it is again, wobbling on him. It's going to affect his ability to push hard coming out of the corner. Fantastic shot in all the rain there. Gonna have to start going through and memorizing some of the names of these corners. Going back up to Jim, it looks like he is falling back a little bit from Crispy. Trying to keep up pace in the rain. With the rain, Crispy getting a little sideways. With the rain, you can really see where the lines that they're driving are. Leaving those tire marks on the track. You can see how close the drivers stick to each other. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm pressing the wrong buttons over here. Looks like got a little bit of a bunch up here. The driver's getting all through turn 1 pretty good. Looks like Rocco just made a pass on Thor. Gets back into P4. Very fast, but his car is barely hanging on. He's really pushing it to the limit. He is making a run on Ronan. Gets past him on the long straight. It's like Ronan may have gotten loose as Thor is trying to get past him too. Gonna have the inside coming into the corner. Looks like he does indeed make the pass. Gets himself back up into 4th, dropping Ronan back to 5th. The race leaders are right there too. Just like last week, all the pro drivers keeping pretty close to each other. Looks like Jim is trying to get past him, and he does. Jim takes P1. Crispy is the points leader. He's definitely not going to want that. First place gets 50 and second place gets 40, so Jim needs the extra 10 points, but overall that's not going to get him caught up quite enough. Crispy making a move back to the inside. Rocco is looking to follow. Rocco not being able to find any room. Looks like Jim gets a little loose coming out of there. A little more to the middle of the pack. Very tight racing. Thor looking to make a move on Rocco. These guys really finding grip out in the rain. Thor and Ronan are side by side through the chicane. Looks like Dano got loose a little bit. Thor comes out of it in fourth. Rocco coming up on Jim. They get through turn one. The whole pack coming up together on a Rouge. They get up that hill. Two different elevation changes that quick through those two corners really feels fun on the force feedback when it loosens up and then tightens the wheel again. Thor making a pass for P3. Jim looking for a place to get past Crispy. Wants the P1 back. Looks like Nielsen got himself a half-second penalty in the back, battling away with Dano. That 1 second penalty, Dano's definitely going to get P6 back. Just has to make sure not to get a penalty himself. The whole group coming through there. Now, starting to see the track drying up. Still got quite a bit of wet on the track. See if any of the drivers are going early pits. I think it might be a bit too early to start pitting at this point. Nielsen coming up on the penalty line with a big 1 second penalty. Dano right on his bumper. And there goes Dano back into P6. Sorry about that. I gotta figure something out real quick, so I'm gonna mute, but we are gonna keep watching. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. So, where are we in the race? And where are we on my stream? Looks like Ronan is trying to defend against Dano as he is coming up behind Rocco. And back again. And Dano does get a move on Ronan. Can he make it stick? Coming through the chicanes. Looks like Rocco is going into the pit. Ronan has the advantage coming out of the chicane. He does hold P4. Rocco and... nope, just Rocco's in the pit on the wet tires. See what he's going to switch to. He's not quite in the pit yet. We got Crispy and Jim still running at the front. Jim is definitely holding on. Thor has dropped back a bit. Still in P3. The pit is not technically mandatory. If you can make the gas and tires last, then you can do it without a pit. I don't think the fuel will last that long, though. Generally, I try to set them up to where it's impossible to make it on one tank.
So I'm just speaking to Doofus there, just trying to get the race plan thing for myself.
A lot of the drivers are starting to get spread out now.
3.2 second gap on Jim.
Definitely not all over the track like I was while I was racing. Running a little wide in the wet. Maybe he's trying to keep his tires wet so they don't burn up so fast. Oh, looks like Crispy just got himself a penalty running wide, holding out a decent lead. Is it a penalty? If it is, it's going to give Jim a chance to catch back up. Doesn't look like he got it. He got away with it. Jim really pushing the Ferrari. He's trying to keep up with Crispy. Now Crispy gets himself a penalty. Gonna give Jim a chance to catch back up to him. Through the chicane. They're both trying to keep their tires in the wet to make them last longer. Looks like Thor is gonna go into the pits. Halfway through the race. We'll see what tires he picks and if he can make it to the finish. Looks like Jim has definitely closed the gap a bit. Looks like he might be a little bit faster on that front one, but coming through this section of turns, he's dropping back. Sounds like there is more rain on the way. Oh, I missed what tires Thor took. I'm going to go ahead and cheat. Oh, he got himself a half-second penalty. I can display the car info. Oops, one button. I can display all. There we go. Now I can see that he's on softs. And currently Nielsen is on the mediums. Crispy is running intermediates, but his tires are less than half. With a half-second penalty, Jim might be able to get him. Jim's tires are about the same condition. Looking at Dano, he is also on them intermediates. He's going to have to slow down with a penalty in P3. Might be coming into the pits this time around. His tires are a little bit less than half. Ronan on full wets, his tires are pretty much shot. Definitely been affecting his race pace. Going back to Rocco, he is running on medium tires. He looks like he just came out on the medium tires. if the track stays dry, he should be okay. If it does start raining again, Thor might be in some trouble. I had a lot of problems. Yep, he's wobbling there. Got himself a penalty he's going to have to serve here. And Nielsen running on the medium tires too. It's like Ronan is going into the pit. Everybody else seems to have elected to stay out. Dano really pushing his tires, trying to hold on to that P3. He might be waiting to see what the weather's going to do. It's always best to try and wait as long as you can and see what the weather is going to be like. Increases your chances of using the right tires. I was getting anywhere from 7 to 9 laps on dry. No, I'm terrible, so like I'm all over the road, I'm burning my tires up unnecessarily. It's like that scene from Days of Thunder back in the day when he says, do it 50 laps your way and then do it 50 laps my way, and the coach's way had much better tires. Sounds like Crispy might be getting a little loose. His tires are getting pretty low. He's starting to lose a 2-second lead. Jim is catching up to him in a hurry here. Jim's tires are holding on a little bit better. Jim might have an advantage here. And Crispy, I believe, still has a 50-ish point lead in the championship. So it's going to be real hard to get caught back up to him. Jim is going to go in. Crispy is going to go in. Will Dano follow him? He's going to have to. His tires are pretty much shot. And there goes Dano. Rocco is going to be catching up. He is looking at taking the lead here. Looks like Rocco's strategy might be working out for him. As long as the rain doesn't come back, he is in good shape. Oh, maybe Rocco is not in good shape. He has less than a half a tank of fuel. He might not be able to make it to the end. But he does take P1. Going to try and build himself a lead. He's going to probably have to come in for a splash of gas at some point. Crispy, Jim, and Dano all taking... Oh, nope. Dano's going to take the softs. Crispy and Jim are taking the intermediates. They are all coming out of the pit. In case I didn't say hi to Remy, how's it going, man? And on the view I'm using right now, I can't see the weather radar. So it's hard for me to say. Gonna have a look back up to the front. Rocco is got himself a 9-second lead. Gonna see how many laps he can. Let's see, Rocco's got the weather radar on, so I can see it when I'm looking at Rocco. And there is a little bit of rain on the bottom corner of the map down there. It's moving pretty slow. I have to see if it's a small rain cloud or a big one. So it looks like the weather radar is to the north, and the mini-map is also orientated to the north.
Yeah, there's a big rain spot in the ballpark. Maybe it's going to be laser advantage.
And Rocco picking up the fastest lap of the day right there, 2:23. It's pretty much my average lap times on dry.
Here it comes.
Looking back at Crispy in second place. A little loose on the curb coming out of turn 1. Jim has fallen back a little bit. He is trying to stay in the wet. That track is pretty dry, but there is a wet line out there. He's going to have to try and make his tires last. Dano in P4. He got himself a 4th place last week by conserving fuel. Very smart move in a 2 pit stop race. Of course, next week, Nuremberg is going to be the giant monster. I probably won't even finish it.
That's a pretty fast.
I have yet to complete a clean lap at Nuremberg. If I have some spare time, I need to go do the circuit challenge. Crispy is getting a much bigger lead over Jim. He is definitely pulling away. And here comes the rain. Who's got a weather radar open right now? Looks like Rocco does. So it is not a very big rain cloud. It looks like we're going to get a little bit of heavier rain for a second, and then it should dry back out again. Coming up on 3 laps to go, does Rocco have 3 laps of gas left in his tank? Here comes that little bit of rain, and there it goes. So it's going to start drying back out again. Crispy coming through the chicane to the start-finish line, followed by Jim. Dano is catching up to Jim here in P3. Can he catch up enough to make something happen? He is on soft tires. Jim is on intermediates, trying to stay in the wet line. That will definitely give Dano an advantage. Thor is not too far behind. They're starting to bunch back up a little bit. Keep our eye on these 3 here. Sounds like Crispy got a penalty, but it's not going to hurt him too bad, because he's got a pretty big lead over Jim. I'm pretty sure Crispy's got enough gas to make it to the finish. If Rocco doesn't, that's going to be a big advantage for Crispy and everyone else. Dano trying to get his BMW to catch up with that Ferrari. That Ferrari is so quick in the low gears. Crispy is saying he has no grip. He's on the intermediates. He's got to drive in the wet lane. Not going to get very great grip in the dry lanes. It's definitely going to affect his consistency in lap times. He's going to be coming up on the penalty line. It's going to give Jim a little bit of a chance, but Crispy will hold his position. Dano closing in on Jim. Thor closing in on Dano, but has a half-second penalty. Dano runs his best lap time so far, coming through that section. really pushing for that P3 over Jim. Coming up towards the final chicane, Dano making a move to the outside. Wants to get himself positioned for the inside corner. He makes the pass through the chicane into third. Great job, Dano. Couldn't tell if that was somebody spinning or just making the turn at the chicane. I think he was just making the turn. Yeah, it looks like Jim is starting to have the same issue that I had, except for he's a better driver. Let's see what he can do here. Soft tires. Never mind, Dano's on softs. Jim's on intermediates. Not enough water on the track in the dry line for him to take the best line available. So he's having to step out of the draft just to keep his tires good. Rocco is still holding P1. A lap and a half to go. Does he have the fuel? As we see a little bit of a rain cloud starting to come back in. Will it reach before the final lap? Dano's car is really moving. He's found his groove. He is starting to catch up to Crispy. Still over 5 seconds behind though. That's a long way to go to get caught back up. Starting to make a gap on Jim. Thor, after serving a penalty, is starting to get caught back up. Yep, Jim is definitely going to have to work very hard to keep ahead of Thor. Looks like Thor is driving a Ford. A very fast car. I almost like it as much as a Ferrari, but I don't like the rear end of the Ford. And it looks like Rocco Indy did stay out for the final lap. He is going for it. Going to be real close on fuel for him. Crispy in second. Dano across the line in third. Jim in fourth. Thor in top 5 on the last lap. He's going to try and make a move here. Ronan has fallen back to 6th. Time at 2:24. That was a pretty good lap. Nielsen running up the top 7 as he spins out. Gets too wide on the curb and catches all the wet. That beautiful Phiness livery.
That's a nice mess.
Rocco coming around. About a half a lap to go. Not a whole lot of gas left. Way big enough for the lead to take it easy and conserve the fuel. As the rain is coming back, and it is coming back with a lot. It's like the biggest amounts of rain are going to miss, so it shouldn't affect the track too much. So at this point, it looks like Rocco does indeed have the fuel to make it to the finish line. If he runs out, it's going to be real close, so I don't think it's going to hurt him. We've got some spots of rain coming on the last lap. We'll have a quick look back here as Dano is catching up to Crispy, and we are just in time to see Dano making the move. Oh, they make slight contact there. Dano does get past Crispy. Crispy's tires and fuel are just about gone. Does he have a shot here? Oh, yellow flag, no passing. Looks like we got something going on up front.
Oh my god, man. How have I done that? Sold.
So Rocco in first, Dano coming in second. Crispy rounding out the top three. Thor did make the pass on Jim right at the end. Great job by Thor. He takes fourth. Jim rounds out the top five. Nielsen in the same boat as me, one lap down. Ronan taking sixth. What a race.
Well, this is in the end for it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you, SuperDoofus, for hosting these amazing lobbies.
Yep.
My name has indeed been Crispy JCCR Racing.
Oh.
See you guys on the next one.
Go over here, make sure to save that replay. I'm gonna need that. Oops, that's the wrong thing. And I forgot to take a screenshot of the final times for the amateur league again. Every time I forget that, I have to manually add up all the lap times.
Right, take care, Doofy. I'm off.
Alright, Crispy, we will see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Gonna get me some lunch here in a little bit.
Alright, take care, lads. Bye-bye.
As soon as this decides to save. Taking its dear sweet time. Alright, so great job by Rocco. Fantastic race. Great job pretty much by everybody. Thanks to all the drivers for being great drivers, making it a lot of fun to watch. So we need to go over here and screenshot this. We don't have to do all that extra work. Looks like Dano got the fastest lap. Great job, Dano. Really came back with that BMW at the end. Alright, so that has been it for the JCCR Racing League. We are going to have to go over the replays, make sure there was no penalties to hand out. I know myself was getting a penalty on the first corner. But, as always, have fun and race long and prosper. We will see you guys next week.